Hey guys, Algebra 1 students, this is Dr. Callahan. How are you doing? This is for week 5, Monday. This is a continuation of section 2.4, which is going to be on parallel and perpendicular lines. So make sure you guys have your student guided notes with the blue book because you're going to be using that whenever you guys do the online videos for the hyper days. So I just want to take today, Monday, to go over the homework for 2.4. Now, you don't have this in your book, but you can go ahead and write it on a separate piece of paper and then turn it in class and maybe just follow along with it so that way you get some additional practice. This is going to be the last day that we talk about parallel perpendicular lines. It's also the very last section of chapter 2. So then we're going to move on to unit 3, which is going to be on relations, domain, and range. But today we're going to go over some of the examples here. Let's go ahead and take a look at example 1. It says write an equation of a line that passes through the given point and is parallel. So let's just review some of this here. Parallel means that, that looks like my pen stopped working. Parallel just means that your equation has the same slope. So in this case, same slope. And as you guys remember, your slope is always going to be in front of the x value, which is represented by the letter m. So then looking at number 1, you have the slope of 3. So you know your slope is 3. Your point that they're giving you is 3, which is y, or x, and then y, which is 2. So then when I go ahead and plug into my equation, y equals mx plus b, my y value is going to be a 2, m value is a 3, x is also a 3, plus b. So then when I go ahead and proceed forward with simplifying this, I have 2 equals 9 plus b. Subtract the 9 on both sides, b is equal to negative 7. Now I have negative 7, I have 3. Let's go ahead and plug this back into the original equation. Y equals 3x minus 7. And this is my equation. Let's take a look at number 3. With number 3, it is in standard form. If you remember standard form, it is when x and y are on the same side. So in order for me to find what my slope is, I will have to solve for y. So let's move the 3x over to the right side. So then you will have a negative 3x plus 12. Then you want to go ahead and I don't like that 12, so I'm going to go ahead and change that a little bit. Then I want to divide by 4 on everything. So I have y is equal to negative 3 over 4 plus 3. Your slope is going to be in front of the x. So my slope is negative 3 over 4. That is my slope. So then looking at this right here, let's plug into the equation. Y equals mx plus b. My x is negative 4. My y is 7. So I'm going to have 7 equals negative 3 over 4 times the negative 4, which is my x, plus b. And lucky for me, I can go ahead and cancel the negative 4 with a 4, and then also the negative and the negative positive cancels and becomes a positive. So then I have 7 is equal to 3 plus b. If I subtract 3 on both sides, b is going to be 7 minus 3, which is a 4. Now that I have the 4 for the b, the negative 3 over 4 for the m, I can plug this into my equation. So my equation for number 3 is y is equal to negative 3 over 4x plus 4. And that is my equation. All right, let's go on to the next part. You might want to try this one on your own, so I'm going to put you try. Write an equation for the line that passes through the given point and is perpendicular. So keyword here is perpendicular. Now remember, perpendicular slope is going to be opposite reciprocals of the equation. So then let's take a look. Let's do number 5. With number 5, you can see that y is not solved by itself. You would have to distribute the negative 2 over 3 and then subtract the 4. So negative 2 over 3x is going to give me a negative 2 over 3x once I multiply it. Here, the negative 2 times the negative 2 is going to give me a positive 4 over 3. And so if I go ahead and subtract the 4, it will be minus 4 over 1. In order to combine this, I will have to multiply a 3 on the bottom. 4 times 2 gives me a 12. So then I can go ahead and combine these two fractions. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Here I have y is equal to negative 2 over 3x. 4 minus 12 is a negative 8. 3 stays the same. This right here is your slope. So in order for my slope to be perpendicular to that, I will have to flip it and then change the sign. So it'll be a positive 3 over 2. There's my slope. Now I need to go ahead and use that alongside with my x and y value to find b. So let's give that a try. Y equals mx plus b. My y value is a negative 2. My m value is a positive 3 over 2. My x is going to be a 4 plus b. Remember, there's a 1 underneath the 4. So here I have 3 times 4, which is a 12. 2 times 1, which is a 2. If I divide it mentally, it's going to give me a 6. So negative 2 equals positive 6 plus b. So if I were to solve for b, I will have to subtract the 6. So negative 2 minus 6 is a negative 8. So there you have it, m and your y-intercept. So let's plug it in. M is going to give me a 3 over 2x minus 8. And that is your answer for number 5. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the next set of questions. It says, determine whether the graph of the given equations are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. Okay, remember, if it's parallel, it'll be exactly the same slope. If it's going to be perpendicular, it will be opposite, reciprocal. Now, if it's not parallel or perpendicular, then of course it's going to be neither. So let's give that a try. Take a look at question number 7. With number 7, the first one you have here is going to be a slope of 4. Well, the second equation is a little bit more deceiving because it's in standard form. So you would have to do a little bit of work to solve for y. First, I'm going to move the 2x over. So if hy equals negative 2x plus 16. Then I'm going to divide it by the 8 on everything. So then I have y is equal to 2 over 8 is going to get reduced to 1 over 4. Don't forget your x. 16 plus 8 is, or divided by 8 is going to give me a 2. So then my second slope is right here. Slope 1 is 4, slope 2 is negative 1 over 4. So how do I go about checking this? Well, if I take this slope and I flip it and I put an opposite sign to it, is this the same as my second slope? Yep, it is. So what does that tell me about number 7? It means that they are perpendicular to each other. Slope 1 is perpendicular to slope 2. Now let's go ahead and try number 9. Okay, once again, it's not in y-intercept form, so let's solve for y. So for the first equation, right here, let's go ahead and move the x over. So I have y is equal to positive 7x plus 3. So my first slope is 7. That's my first slope. Then I'm going to take a look at my second equation. And with my second equation, again, it's in standard form. So I'm going to move my 14x over to the right side. So if a negative 2y is equal to negative 14x plus 28, to give the y by itself, I'm going to divide it by a negative 2. Y is equal to 7x minus 14. Here's my second slope. Now, looking at these two slopes, what do you guys notice? They're exactly the same. So what can I say about number 9? Slope 1 is parallel. These two little lines means they're parallel to slope 2. And that's it, you guys. All right, well, thank you for joining me with us, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.